Today, I want to tell a story about the first day I was in Indonesia, and it's one reason why I absolutely love the place. Because it changed the way that I look at the entire world, and I appreciate it. So, some people have seen my video before might know that the first thing that happened to me was I got scammed when I got there at the airport. But I didn't take that, with me long term. And when we first arrived, it was me, my friend, who's now my wife, one of our other friends, and we were picked up at the airport by her mother and father. So it's my first time in Indonesia and my first time really traveling abroad, overseas. So I'm nervous. I'd just taken this crazy long flight. I'm not quite in my right sense. And the first thing that we do is we all load up in the car and we go over to Kelapa Mall, stopping by on the way home. So I go into Kelapa Mall, and it's packed with people. And I realize that I don't exactly blend in. I'm 195 centimeters tall, and I'm just pasty white. So I'm getting noticed. So we go to the food court, and we sit down. We had a mee goreng, which was amazing. But we get this mee goreng. They get me like a can of Coca-Cola, and I open it up and I just go to drink with the can. And my friend's mom, now my mother-in-law, is like, "Whoa, drink from the straw. You don't know what it's been touching." And I'm like, "What? I'm gonna get sick." I was thinking that there's something going on, and then I could feel people staring at me. And that's something that I'm not used to, being from America, is that you could just feel people looking at you. So me being tired and over here, just staring at someone is not a polite thing to do. So the first thing I think is, I'm tired, I'm whatever, and I just look over, trying to spot these people. And I probably didn't look too happy about it, but they look away. And then I feel it from the other side. And I spend a couple minutes just looking back and forth at people that I know are looking at me. And they're just looking away. I'm just, So this goes on for a couple minutes. And I guess I was probably getting pretty visually frustrated because I'm thinking, what's going on? Why are people just staring at me? Like, how is this okay? So I'm looking back and forth, a little bit agitated. And my friend's mom, now my mother-in-law, she just looks at me and she goes, "Smile." I'm like, "What are you talking about, smile? Like, this is crazy. This is really crazy." She's like, "Smile." So I sit and I'm eating for a second and, still kind of frustrated. It's just awkward. I didn't expect that. So I'm eating a little bit and then I feel, of course, someone looking at me again, and I turn and I just smile. And instantly, just bang, I get the biggest, brightest smile back to me. And I was like, what? So it happens again, another time and another time. And I learned that day that something as simple as a smile, when you look at someone, even if the situation is something you're not exactly comfortable with, can change the entire situation. That day in Indonesia, in Jakarta, I realized that Indonesia is such a great culture that even though these people were curious about me, and at first it made me a little bit uncomfortable, but once I figured out that these people are just super friendly and curious, and all it takes is a smile to get a smile back, and that's kind of all that they're looking for, I started to understand the situation I was in. And from then on, I've had very, very few bad experiences. I've had a few people here and there that didn't want me in certain places or whatever, but in general, the Indonesian people are so great that just a smile, an acknowledgement that, hey, I'm here, you're here, we're both here. It's all good. There's something special about that. And that's one thing I truly love is the Indonesian people. And that day taught me that just because I'm from somewhere where, people are a little bit more aggressive, or you don't necessarily look with curiosity at certain things anymore, doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I need to keep my eyes and my heart open to different experiences and people. Because what Indonesia showed me is that there are fantastic people out there. There's amazing people out there. And I can't just shut off things because I'm uncomfortable with it. And that's one lesson that Indonesia really taught me. When people started staring and I didn't know what was going on, I thought I was going to have a terrible trip. I thought I would never go back to Indonesia. I thought that, if it was going to be 2 weeks in a country where I was just going to be uncomfortable the whole time, I would have never gone back. No doubt in my mind. But one person telling me to smile changed everything. And now anybody who follows me on Instagram or here knows, I have a deep fascination, a deep respect, and a deep love for the country of Indonesia. And if I wouldn't have heard the word smile, that might have never happened. Thank you very much. Hopefully you got something out of that. Everybody have a good day.